Here we go. 402 Sports Drop, Husker Podcast for this weekend's game against nasty ass Wisconsin,
Want to
who
be
we
Nebraska.
haven't beat since 2012.
I know.
It's the truth. Not gonna freaking candy coat shit.
No.
Yeah, Wisconsin's
No,
had our number for sure.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about time that we do something about that.
Yeah.
And I think we will. I do have.
We are now favored by 2.5.
Yeah, it was. Well, when the week first started, it was 1.5. Now it's going up
they
to
were
2.5.
They
And
were
because
favored by 1.5.
I think that's because it's a home game for us that we got that jump.
Well, they were favored originally 1.5.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they were originally favored.
Through the season, they got moved?
Well, no, the beginning after last weekend, they were favored by 1.5.
Well, and the big thing is that why we went up, not only because of home game. Wisconsin, like 2 days ago, fired their offensive coordinator, and we all knew that their starting quarterback was out. They were on the second string quarterback. Well, now the second string quarterback is out. He's hurt. So they're going to go to the third string quarterback.
And he's a punter, too.
I don't know what he is.
I don't know that for a fact. That's not a fact. Jokes. Not a fact.
He plays the foosball.
So that's all the stuff. I listen mostly to Husker stuff today. I still don't think we should go in there thinking that we're just going to run over these guys, because I don't think that'll happen. They got too much of a good defense.
I don't think that's rule style. I don't think that's rule style at all.
Their defense is their
offense.
No, their offense sucks.
But their defense is their offense. Their defense probably outscores their offense.
Their defense is what's their high point. And it's not really a high point, but it's the best part of their program for right now.
It sounds corny, but why couldn't we just play every game like we did against Ohio State?
Well, if we would have done that, we would be probably
in the top
10. 7 or 8 wins right now.
Yeah.
But we didn't play like that.
One thing that we have to take into account is we know for a fact, and I'm just going to throw every Husker fan's talking about it, the referees. We got to play like they're not there.
I just hate that. I feel it. It's true. And I'm not calling you that. And I'm not calling you a crybaby, but I hate that people look at it as like, oh, we cry about it. It's like, no, it's really happening. And because it happens to other people's teams too.
Yeah.
But not as much as ours. But I just feel every time I think about it, I feel so strongly about it. But then I just feel like, I'm
it's
like,
happening to all teams right now. Some teams more than others, but it's happening to all teams right now.
We're just not that good to overcome it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And the times that it's come, and look at this last game against USC, inside the 5-yard line. The last play of the game inside the end zone.
Yeah.
There were 2 key points that took points off the board for Nebraska.
That was a blatant pass interference.
Mm-hmm.
And
if you couldn't see that, you're blinder than I am, and I'm pretty freaking dang blind sometimes.
And what everybody was saying is, well, they were they weren't calling them plays because it's just physicality. Well, there's a point of physicality, and there's a point of deliberately holding the player to where you can't get to the ball.
Yeah.
And that's what that was. And if you ask me, do I think we still have a good team? Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Do you think we're a good enough team to overcome that?
Not
Absolutely.
Yet.
But like you just said, we're not yet there.
No,
because it has yet to come to fruition.
Well,
did you ever look and see if that thing passed?
It did, and it's 105.
That's what I thought. So we
Wait.
got to get rid of what, 45 players?
No, our roster, I believe in the spring, before the first portal, was 175.
Oh my God. We got.
I could be wrong.
People.
I could be wrong, but I want to say it was up. It was pretty high.
Is that 145 or whatever scholarship players?
No, it's 85 scholarship players, 105 total players. You can only have 105 total roster players.
Well, we lost one player today to the portal.
Who?
Malachi Coleman
Bullshit.
jumped in the portal today, this afternoon.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No.
Yes. No. Yes. No.
Yes.
No. Yes. No.
Oh yeah, he did.
What's your sources?
The ticket.
For sure. 100%.
Sure.
He will enter the transfer portal.
You know what?
Wait, oh, hold on. 1 hour ago, Matt Rule on the status of Malachi Coleman. He doesn't want to comment because it's not fair to the seniors, because it's senior day. He declined comment, and that's per KETV.
Well,
and
see what
also,
happens. I mean,
also
I-
24/7 Sports.
Trust me, I hated that we're going to lose that guy, but
if they're going to cut that many people out, then he's got to go, or he's got to find a job. He don't have to go. He's not the one that we're going to cut. But
no,
if somebody's getting cut and stuff like that, he's like, dude, I got to get out of here. I got to get a job.
They redshirted him for a reason.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts. If you're a receiver, and kids, if you're a receiver and you want to play football, you have to block.
Everybody has to put in their due diligence.
It's part of the game.
You know,
in every game.
Now, I'm not no professional in football. I'm not saying that, but I played in high school, and if I didn't block, I wouldn't have played. And sophomore year, I blew out my right knee, and that was all it wrote. It was over. Dude.
That's good sausage.
I made myself. Hey, I told myself. I said, I'm going to venture in Vinny's menu. Always just get the same thing, and I'm not trying to change the subject or nothing, but I always get the same stuff, and I'm growing old to the same thing.
Everything's good.
Yeah. So I got me I don't know what it's called, Archie or something this morning.
No, it's the Wayne.
Or the Wayne. Oh, shit, dude. I like that biscuit. So I don't know that yet. But the way he talks, I'm excited.
What are keys to victory?
I don't think we're playing like we want to win. If you can make any sense of that.
I think we are. We're just losing at the end.
We played like we want to win when we played Colorado and UTEP. But after the Indiana game, it's just like the light bulb turned off.
We'll see this weekend what Indiana's made of, because don't they play Ohio State this weekend?
Yeah, they play Ohio State this weekend, and
we'll see what they're made of.
Believe it or not,
if they're for real, good for them.
Ohio State's favored, but
Ohio State's always going to be favored.
So my keys to victory.
We almost beat Ohio State.
We almost beat a lot of teams, but we didn't.
Right.
Yeah. That's why we're sitting here 5-5.
Mm-hmm.
So my keys to victory is run the ball. Play strong defense. Stop the run. Because we know Wisconsin's going to run the ball. And play physical football.
I listened to Dana. I listened to his interview. That's what you call that, I guess. I don't know. I listened to it multiple times because I don't think I got what he was saying just listening to it one time. In order for us to run the ball like a Nebraska team used to run, it takes more than our running backs to accomplish the plays. We have
Yeah.
we have an offensive line that's not blocking right now worth a crap.
A couple, I would say a
That's
couple.
what
The
I
ends aren't blocking worth a shit.
that's what I took out of and run the ball. If you run the ball straight forward and you don't get nothing out of it, don't do that same play that the very next play.
Well, he's calling the plays. See, that's on him. If he says run play, run up the middle, then guess what? You run up the middle.
I listened to if you go on YouTube, uh character had I can't think of the guy's name. He was the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator back when Osborne. What's his name?
Charlie McBride.
Charlie McBride. Sorry, I just it wasn't there. Uh, and he's old, but man, he still freaking got it.
Well, he was a hell of a defensive coordinator. He learned his defense from Florida State. Bobby Bowden.
He's old. I mean, he's old, but he's still, and he said a lot on that half-hour podcast with character, and I was like, man, he, he's exactly right. It's what I see. I mean, I don't, I'm not you guys because everybody sees different stuff, but
And Charlie McBride, he ran a 5-2 defense, if I'm not mistaken. And then Osborne had him go check out a summer camp with Bobby Bowden, and that's when he learned the 4-3.
Didn't he go NFL?
McBride, no.
he Nebraska
When he retired, he was done totally.
Oh. I thought I remember hearing his name somewhere in the NFL, but I probably heard it here around town.
Well,
Yeah, it's a big name.
didn't he
Yeah.
come from?
Who was his defense?
Like the black shirt, I mean the original black shirts, like Jason Peter, Grant Wistrom,
Oh, okay.
Terrell
It was
Farley.
those days. So
Yeah.
like 95, 96, 94,
I think he
95?
started in 90, if I'm not mistaken.
Because I got here in 94, and that's when I started watching that. Started watching football. Because we went to the 95 national championship, didn't we?
Yep.
Yeah.
Against
95 was against
Miami.
no.
Yeah.
No,
We tied.
Florida State.
Florida
that was
State
94.
was 94. Because I was a Charlie Ward fan during that game, and I lived in Fallon, Nevada.
That's 93. We played Florida State, then we played Miami, and then we played Florida.
But we played him in we played him in 94. Because
Right.
remember, it's the 93 season, and then by the time you get to the national championship, it's 94.
What year was
So
Tennessee?
in 94, I watched
97.
Nebraska lose to Florida State, and then I moved here in March. And then when we moved here, we met my stepdad's family, and they went to the Orange Bowl the next year, right? And then
After Miami?
no, after Florida State.
Yeah.
Miami
It was
Because that would have started the
back-to-back.
94 year.
Right.
And then
Right.
and we
Yeah.
went to my uncle's house to watch the national championship because they were playing in it. We were like, hell yeah, cool. And me and my sister, we didn't know. And
I watched
so-
that game with my dad.
And so
He lived here on just a few blocks from where we lived in Capitol Beach. The Florida State game I'm talking about.
yeah, my oldest cousin, she came in and she's like, hey, do you guys want to hang out here? Or you guys want to go down to my friend's apartment and watch the game? They're watching it down there. And so we ended up going down there and watching it with people our age and older. But yeah, so it was a lot cooler than being with my uncle and his wife and my parents.
And what a story that season was, too.
Didn't we tie?
I think-
We had to share the championship with somebody. Was
Penn
that the year
State.
we had to share? Yeah, because I
State.
remember that was the big hoo-ha and bitch that, oh, we had to share the national championship. That's so stupid. We had more wins than them or something like that.
I think I don't know if they had a one loss or not. I don't remember.
That's
But
just
I believe it was Penn State.
that's just the Big 12 hitting us from behind like they always did.
Back then it was Big 8.
Yeah, see, I don't even know that. I really didn't know where I was at that moment. You know what I mean?
Big
This is
Eight
all
for
new
many
to me.
years.
This is all new to me. Then we went to the Big 12, and I remember the first thing that I hated about the Big 12 was that they always put all the light games, and then we played great games and everything like that, and we got Texas number 6 or 7. It's like, dude, we're on top. Now we got to go against them, and then they smash us down. And then next thing you know, we get knocked all the way back to 13 or 10 or whatever, and it's like, God, man, we're on top.
Next thing you know, we're playing at the Alamo Bowl and Holiday
Yeah.
Bowl, and
That's what I don't remember who I was talking to. I don't know if I was talking to you or somebody, and I was like, I don't care if we play in the freaking chocolate chip ice cream bowl. Let us just get a bowl game. I could care less.
Well, we might be in the chocolate chip ice cream bowl this year if we
well,
win.
they're saying
Yeah.
if we get bowl eligible, and that's the only if we end up 6-6, it's more than likely the Pinstripe Bowl in Yankee Stadium.
That'd be cool. You know what always
It'd be cool.
What always close to me is I remember that you guys used to go to the Holiday Bowl every year, or the Huskers. Now I'm a part of the fam, but the Huskers used to go to the Holiday Bowl every year. And where was the Holiday Bowl? In San Diego, in Qualcomm. Yeah. So I have family in San Diego. So we used to always love that game because my family would go to that game, and I buy it. Even though when I met my ex-wife, same thing. Her family went to it all the time because her family's from San Diego.
If I remember, it was called the Colligan Alamo Bowl or Colligan Holiday Bowl.
Yeah, I don't remember. I just remember calling it the Holiday Bowl, and I remember they were in my Chargers stadium, and I was like, "Yeah, this is like the best of both worlds."
They still have the Holiday Bowl, but it's not sponsored by Colligan.
Yeah,
And
but
it's not
still,
San
is it
Diego
still
anymore.
Oh, okay.
Qualcomm shut down.
Did they tear it down?
I think so. I'm not positive, but I think so. It was falling down anyways. And that's a good plot of land right there. And they own some expensive land. And Dean Spano said, nope, NFL don't want to help. Nobody wants to help build a new stadium. Nobody wants to help. City of San Diego's like, we said we'd help. And then NFL's like, we said we'd help. And he's like, nobody wants to help. So he moved to LA. He was looking for fame and fortune.
Mind made up.
Yeah, he already did. He already did. And then SDSU, we'll take a new one. Hey, not a problem. Here you go. Bing! So you'll probably see a bowl game and SDSU. I bet you do. With that big ass stadium
it's all
they're
about
building.
the money.
It always is. Everything's about the money, Albert. Why do you think we're doing this for millions and millions of dollars?
Okay, since they played us, who have they played?
Themselves.
Didn't they play Texas A&M?
A&M's in the SEC.
Oh wait, I gotta Google.
They played Texas Tech.
Oh, Texas Tech's not that good.
They used to be when they had Mahomes.
Kansas. We'll find out what Colorado's made of this week because they're playing Kansas.
We lost to Kansas, didn't we? No, we didn't play Kansas.
We didn't play Kansas.
No, we didn't play Kansas.
You know, at one time we beat Kansas 107 years in a row.
I know, and then they took advantage of us when everything went to shit.
Fat Man Gino just run the score up on us.
Yep. Oh, of course he did. That was their heyday. Could you imagine going into Nebraska and beating the shit out of them? Yeah, they did not let up. He didn't take the foot off the throat at all.
No, was that here? I thought that was there.
They played Utah.
Yeah. It's freaking Utah.
They're good though. Mormons are nice.
Bunch of them. Yeah.
They beat Cincinnati.
Again, Cincinnati used to be good and fast. Remember Cincinnati? They used to be fast. They used to be crazy. Pickle. Is that who it was? Yeah, they were fast as shit.
And now he's at Wisconsin.
And that's what killed us for so many years. We had no speed on our ends. Mm-hmm. If you could get around our end, you could get it.
Why do you think they had Grant Wisterman as a defensive end? Because he was fast.
Yep.
And he was a sure tackler.
So my keys to victory
Let's hear him.
are right behind your freaking head. The black shirts. They need to show up. Let's go, shirts. They need to show up. And our offense needs to finish. Stay in. Don't pull out. Just stay all the way in and finish. That's what they need to do. And here's a little story. We went against a bowl game against Wisconsin a while ago, and we ended up getting their running back. Remember that a while ago? We went against Wisconsin in a bowl game.
We didn't play Wisconsin in a bowl game.
Are you sure?
Positive.
We ain't bowled since 2016.
16.
Well, it could have been around that time.
We played Tennessee, I think.
What about 12 or 13? Anyways, the story goes.
We went bowling every year, freaking Pelini.
We went. I worked with a guy who's a Green Bay fan and a Wisconsin fan, and they beat the brakes off us. And when I went in, he's like, "I'm not talking crap. I'm just saying I did not expect that. I did not expect that." And it was, I can't remember the name of the running back. He ran for the Chargers for a while. Melvin Gordon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he beat the brakes off us that whole game. And I get to work on Monday, and the schedule was written the week before, so I'm not calling this dude out. But I get to work. You know what my soup is on Monday?
Cheese?
Wisconsin cheese soup. And I'm like, he's like, that's not on purpose. I was like, I know you wrote the menu a while ago, but you son of a bitch, you want me to make this? I don't want to make this. I do not want to make this today, James. I'm not going to. Shout out to James, who's a good kid.
If I make it, I'm going to put my balls in it.
Benjamin?
I think in that game,
so
that Melvin Gordon,
all that being said, go Nebraska.
I think that game, Melvin Gordon had over 200 yards, and so did the backup. Had 200 yards.
And who was their quarterback? They had a bad quarterback, too. Yeah, because he was drafted. Melvin Gordon was drafted by Green Bay. No. I don't think that he was drafted by Chargers, by San Diego Chargers, because he played for San Diego before they moved to LA. I don't know.
I'm not sure. But one thing I can say about Wisconsin is one thing I can say to people in Wisconsin. I have family there. Much love, but you're welcome. You guys want to beat us so bad. Barry Alvarez gave it to you. You're welcome.
Yep. It happens. It happens. Every team has to take their lickings.
And we've been given lickings for 40 years. We'll take 20.
Still rough go, man.
It's very tough.
It hurts.
But you know what? What it does is it sheds out the wannabe fans.
Mm-hmm. The bandwagoners.
And the true fans are going to stick by him regardless. Myself, people that I know.
Yep, I know that I am.
And it weeds out the naysayers, because you notice when we win, nobody says crap, but when we lose, there's fire rule.
I can't believe anybody's saying that, dude. We got a freshman quarterback and a second-year coach.
I can believe they're saying it because they've said it now.
Oh yeah,
how many
they said
years?
It about everybody. They said it about everybody, everywhere, every time, no matter what.
Yeah,
they all wanted to fire Pelini. Pelini was winning 9 games a fucking year.
They all wanted Scott Frost, and look what happened.
Well, Scott Frost killed his own self.
But everybody wanted him, and I wanted to believe that
everybody thought
championship
Scott Frost
would come back.
Be a savior.
Yeah, I was wholly on board. I liked it. I completely liked it.
Everybody thought Scott Frost was coming over here to do what he did at UCF.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
We're not UCF. We're Nebraska.
Yeah. We covered this on another podcast.
and I probably said it before. You take, what is it, the AAC that UFC was in at the time, and then you come to the Big Ten. You think you're going to do the same thing? That's delusional.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's freaking
delusional.
idiocy.
Yeah.
But he gave us smoke and mirrors, man. Did he give us smoke and mirrors, man?
You mean you're acting like a big shit?
He run it with the team and shit, looking like Baywatch.
Look, I'm not going to
all
sit
sexy
here
and shit.
I'm not going to sit here and say that I had no idea Scott Frost was going to do what he did. I thought it would be different. I didn't think he was coming over here and he was going to pull a UCF.
It was naive to think that he could.
He did.
I didn't think he was going to in the first year. I didn't think he would in the first year. Nobody really could do that in their first year coming to an organization unless their coach got fired for a damn good reason. But I was hoping that he could rebuild the team and bring heart into the team and make it work and be a good quarterback's coach. That's kind of what I was thinking in my head of taking a hold of Martinez and helping him out, showing him how to do it. But I think his problem, like I said, this is a rerun from the other podcast, but his problem was he couldn't pull the trigger at the end. And I truly believe that he didn't believe that his quarterback could do the things he did. So he wouldn't pull the trigger and let him do it.
And the first year, Adrian Martinez was a phenom. He balled out. I mean, granted, Nebraska didn't win very many games his first year, but Martinez balled out his first year. His freshman year, he was a stud. And year two, that hope and that, oh man, he's a better thrower, he's a better runner, he's better this, he's better that. And then games happened. And you never saw it from him.
Nope.
And like I said, smoke and mirrors.
He blew a lot of end of games.
Well, I think that's you couple that with piss poor blocking, piss poor. I don't want to say the players. I don't want to put on the players.
Yeah.
I don't want to put it totally on the players, but shady play calling. No real direction. Were we going to throw the ball or we were going to run the ball? We never knew.
Lord had more game-winning touchdowns than he did.
Fuck that guy.
Who, Lord?
I hated him.
I know, but he threw that one good touchdown, didn't he?
That was Ron Kellogg.
Was that Kellogg that launched that touchdown for the win at the very end of the towards the end of the game? Yeah, yep. I remember that. I was at a tailgate, and that tailgate just fucking exploded.
That was years after Lord.
Yeah,
many years.
Yeah, was his name Jamal Lord or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I called him Jamal Bounce Pass Lord.
Well, no, look, Martinez.
Yeah. And then we had some good quarterbacks. We had Tommy. We had Taylor Martinez.
Taylor Martinez was a better Martinez. Who was the last one we had?
Adrian
Martinez. Yeah.
There wasn't a guy after that?
Another Martinez? No.
Not a Martinez, but who was the guy after that? Adrian.
After Martinez? It was oh my God.
Don't hurt yourself.
He never played. He never played in a game.
No.
And then he transferred out.
There was a guy who played, and I always called him Martinez. And they're like, his name's not Martinez. And I was like, he's Martinez to me.
Who was Martinez's backup?
No, it wasn't his backup. Who played after Martinez?
Tommy.
No.
Armstrong
was before Martinez. Before Adrian.
Armstrong was before Adrian.
Oh, I'm thinking
after.
Martinez.
He's thinking after Adrian.
Adrian Martinez. Forgettable?
Jeff?
Is Casey Thompson.
Yeah. and he sucked too.
He came from Texas.
Yeah, he sucked too, and I kept on calling him Martinez. Like, it's not Martinez. I was like,
Casey
he acts like
did some
Martinez.
good things, but Casey didn't have no help, man.
He didn't. He really
Well,
didn't.
none of our teams
The
had
only,
help
the only good thing came out
until
of Casey
now.
when he could throw to
Stanley Morgan.
no, not Stanley. I'm talking about
I like that guy. He was one of my favorites. Give me the damn ball. And he gave her the ball like 3 times in a row.
Casey and Trey Palmer were.
Yeah, Trey Palmer would have been there. What was the other guy's name? Little guy.
Dave Meggett.
Meggett.
Darren
I'm drawing a
Sproles.
blank.
Quarterback?
No, he's a receiver.
The little white dude
No,
that caught the ball behind his back and shit.
no, that was
All these names are starting to overload in your head.
I'm short now, dude. I'm short now. That was Westerkamp.
That dude was man. He didn't fare well in the NFL, but he was the man.
Shit.
Yeah,
Was it Tyjon Lindsey?
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, not important. But my score prediction: 24-21 Nebraska.
What's yours, Albie?
I don't think it goes that high.
We didn't ask you what you thought of Randy's. We asked you what yours was.
21-17, Nebraska.
21-17.
Yeah. And I don't think I think I'm pushing I don't think Wisconsin's going to score that much.
All right, I got what did I say? 21-24.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's giving Wisconsin too many points there. I say 21-12.
Nebraska?
Yeah.
What you got, Benny?
I don't see Wisconsin scoring. I don't see them scoring 12 points.
Once Benny gives his prediction, I'll tell you why. I also thought of another good score that could happen.
I'm going to go bold. And I've been shot down before. But I just keep getting back up. Because I'm fucking Benny. No, I'm going to go 17-30. I think we're going to put up 30 on them. I think those boys are going to rally, and our defense is going to smash. And I think our defense is actually going to score some. That's my reasoning. I think the defense scores some, and they have to resort to field goals or touchdown to field goals.
I was, if I were to change my score, I would say 20-10.
Do you want to change your score? You can still change it right now.
It's Barstool.
Okay.
So
that's what they said?
Well, once you give a score, you can't change it.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Well, I changed mine.
Well, before it was booked. Yeah, you didn't have it in the books yet.
Oh.
You could always hit backspace until you hit enter.
No, I think Wisconsin,
whatever you do,
even with their first or their second string quarterback, wasn't scoring on. So yeah, I don't unless we turn the ball over many times, I don't see them scoring much more than, I don't know, 12 points. That's what I'm going to say.
Here's why I'm giving them 21. Wisconsin's always going to be Wisconsin. They're going to run the ball. And I think by the end of the game, our boys are going to get tired. But I think we finally pull out that one score win.
Gotta win, man. We haven't
have
won
one
in
game after that,
November
don't
in
we?
so long.
Iowa.
And so if we don't win this one, we have one more chance.
Right. And I think we got a better chance beating Wisconsin than we do Iowa.
A much better chance. That's it.
I mean, I'm not saying we
Please
don't have a
push up.
chance to beat Iowa, but I'm saying we got a better chance to beat Wisconsin. All right, guys. This Saturday, what is it? 2:30?
I don't know.
I think
believe
it's
so.
2:30. 2:30 p.m. Saturday. Nebraska Cornhuskers versus Wisconsin Badgers. And I think this is where we turn this not winning a game in November to winning a game in November. At least I hope. I'll never say that we're going to lose. But anyway, like, subscribe, share, and always remember, go Big Red and throw
Throw
the
them
ball.
bones. Throw them bones. Fear us, bitch. Later. Love you all.